Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Welcome to our Friday lunch chat. Actually on a Friday this time, not a Monday or a Wednesday. Hope you all are well. Hope you all are healthy. Um, I'm laughing because I just asked my husband, who's right on the other side of this wall in our front office, if he'd like to come and be interviewed um, on my live chat. And he said, no, I'm sorry, not right now, but thank you though. And I was really just kidding, but it was very sweet how he responded as though he was really letting me down. Maybe sometime once this has gone on a long time and we're all just desperate for some sort of interaction, I'll be able to pull in my whole family and we'll make it a killer fun time Friday lunch chat. Hi, everybody. Hi, Julia, Ingrid, Carrie, Laura, Sarah. Thank you. I'm wearing my olive knits. It's like an illness with me that when I'm on these videos, I can't think of anything. I should have notes in front of me. It's just totally unprofessional. Textured. Nope. Dang it. Someone's going to know what this is. This is from Marie's book, Seamless Knit Sweaters in 2 Weeks. Hold tight. 1 second. I'm doing a quick Ravelry school. North Channel, there we go. North Channel collared cardigan. That's what this is. So this was, I cast it on last March, right after we had the book party at the shop for Marie. And it was some stash yarn. But basically this is like knitted with superwash worsted. And it was perfect. I whipped this out so fast. It's also kind of cropped. I did it short. I did it with 0 ease, so it's exactly like my bust measurement, and just love how it turned out. It's one of my favorites for sure. Sarah, the easiest way to do this, Sarah says she needs to learn how to find these videos easier, is to go up, and I think it's there is something you can do near where all the people are chatting, where you can select or choose from a scroll down to be notified when we go live. That's the easiest way. But you can always basically just go straight to Not Another Hat page at the designated hour, and it should pop up there. But thank you, Carrie. Thanks, Laura. Well, hi, Nina. My niece Nina's on the video. How you doing, boo? Hi, Kara. You guys, I'm knitting something. I finally got my mojo back. I've pretty much done everything I can do on the new website, and I'm just waiting for some stuff to be finished that's out of my control, mostly to set up the payment processing. And so I finally was just like mentally I was able to get excited about casting on something. So let me see if I can show you. It's, it's kind of bound up on the needle, so it's hard to see. But this is the very beginnings of Felix, which is one of those sweaters I told you I wanted to cast on from the Mason-Dixon March Madness. Oh, there. Oh, go back. How did I get those eyelets to show? I'm trying to show you the eyelets. There. That are on the raglan. It's so dark, it's hard to see. But there's these cute little eyelets. There we go. Oh, the lighting got really good for a sec. So anyways, otherwise it's very simple. It's just a straightforward top-down raglan, but then it's got that cute little eyelet detail. So just started this last night. It's bulky. It's 3.5 stitches to the inch on a 10, so it's gonna cruise, and that's been fun. And then this morning I watched a webinar. I just finished and got off of it here right before starting this video. Hi, Jillian. And it was, hi, Susan. It was a webinar about how the new stimulus package, the 7A loan programs for small businesses, is going to work. And I'm glad I had my knitting, because I pretty much found out it's not going to help me out at all. So we don't have the qualifying expenses for it, which is a real bummer. So basically, It's based on, you take your average monthly payroll for the last 12 months and you multiply it by 2.5, and that's the loan you get. And then they say you can use that to help pay rent and other things. But it's like, well, 1 month's payroll times 2.5. For us in our small town, our small business, I don't put myself on payroll. I do owner draws, and apparently that's going to come back to bite me because not having had a formal W-2, none of what I've paid myself will count in the payroll, which means it's just my employees, and it's not enough to do for it. So it sucks because it's based on payroll and not other expenses like rent and utilities that are still going to have to be paid. So they did say in the webinar that there might be some other language within the bill that would have some provisions for people like me that don't really have a lot of payroll expense. You know, anybody that's a sole proprietor and doesn't have, you know, anyone that does just like contract work and doesn't have people on payroll, it won't help them either. So I'm hoping that maybe as some more news comes out, as people get diving into this large 800 some page bill, that maybe there'll be something else that would relate. But unfortunately, that was kind of a bummer. So since it wasn't that great of a webinar in terms of information, I will show you what I was knitting because that's way more fun. So I started another thing from the March Madness. Sorry about that. It is the Destination Unknown Mosaic Shawl. So just my very, very beginnings right here. And I'm using Kelborn Perennial and Blossoms from Frabjous Fibers. So that's going to be really fun. I'm really glad to have got 2 new projects underway. Both of the socks I'm working on are at critical, one's at a heel, one's at starting the second sock. I don't have any of my like really pick up mindless things to work on. Oh yeah, exactly, Carrie. I'm sure it is a bummer for daycares as well. So anyways, how y'all been? I hope you all have some fun projects you're working on. We've been doing a bunch of orders in curbside pickup, which is again super entertaining to carry people their orders out on a broomstick. Did a delivery today. So thank you for all of you that are placing orders. That's very, very helpful. It's very helpful. I have a really fun idea for something next week that's going to be available for purchase. And it's not my idea. It's not my original idea. There's another shop that I'm friends with. She's doing it, and she said, feel free to copy her. And I just thought it sounded like so much fun. We are absolutely going to copy her. So stay tuned for details on that next week. I'm going to talk to Jill about it here later, and so that the 2 of us can fill these orders if people choose to participate. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm being mysterious, aren't I? I've got my coffee smoothie here. My husband's been making the most delicious, addicting coffee smoothies, and they're really pretty not bad for you in the grand scheme of things. It's made with unsweetened almond milk, cold brew, a little touch of vanilla, a little touch of honey, and ground coffee. They pack a punch, man. He actually made me this one yesterday, and I wasn't able to have it right when he made it. I said, I'll put it in the fridge, I'll have it a little later. And then a little later turned into almost 4 o'clock. And he's like, you can't drink that at 4 o'clock. You'll be up all night. So then I had to wait. Oh, Sarah, you went with dyeing. Ooh, that's really fun. Yes, yeah, that's awesome. Doing some dyeing. I've got some dye stuff. I was talking about that in an earlier video. As soon as the weather gets just a little bit nicer, I think that would be fun, and my kids could get in on that too. That would be great. So I don't have a ton I wanted to talk to you about today, but I did want to mention, if you're in Marie's knit camp, I'm going to be making a guest appearance today on her happy hour at 5 o'clock, her live. So that's a knit camp. If you're in knit camp, you'll be able to watch that in the knit camp group. So that's going to be fun. I have no idea what we'll talk about, but we will have our cocktails, and we're pretty goofy when we're together. So that'll be a good time. Is anybody else doing anything fun and interesting, getting together in Zoom Hangouts, things like that, Google Hangouts, Zoom happy hours? We tried it with some shop owner friends a couple days ago, and that it was really cool. And actually, I think they're having one again right now, but I am missing it because I'm here. So it's really pretty cool. If it's easy to get a free Zoom account, and you can have I think it cuts you off after 40 minutes on a free account. Although that's what we were on when I met up with my shop owner friends, and she got the warning at 40 minutes, but then it said due to current circumstances, we're extending your time. So I think maybe Zoom is being generous with everybody, knowing that they're like one of the main ways people are staying in touch. So oh, Julie, you're going to do a Zoom happy hour. Oh, sweet. You'll have to give us feedback on how it went. We might try to do some kind of like, small scale Zoom knit night kind of thing if you guys are interested. So, yeah, we'll have to definitely watch for that. My niece Nina says she's doing Play-Doh and peeler beads. Don't know what peeler beads is. And she's cooking, and she's been FaceTiming playing Payday with my mom, with Grandma Kay, which I think is hilarious. Did you guys ever play that game, Payday? I was just telling my family I wish we had it. We were playing the game of life. I don't find that quite as fun. Don't tell them. Um, it's just so involved, and it's just like, oh crap, we forgot to hand out all the life tokens, and oh shoot, I have to get a new job. I mean, it just seems a little bit too close to reality right now. And as we were playing the overly complicated game of life, I was thinking Payday is a fun game. So Nina, maybe you and I could play Payday sometime here, since you clearly have it. Susan, your Minnesota knit group got together via Zoom. That's perfect. That is so perfect. I mean, you guys could be doing that anyways before the outbreak, since you guys are spread out and far apart. You're watching your essential worker parents' kids, Carrie. Yeah, Carrie's a daycare provider, so she is doing frontline work right now. Everybody say go Carrie, because she's watching the kids whose parents have to be out there working. Awesome. Iron beads. Oh my gosh. Okay, I get it. Iron beads. Iron beads are those things kids can like lay the beads out in little patterns on little forms, and then you put wax paper over and you iron, and they melt into a thing. That's awesome. That's really fun. Life was your favorite game, Jill? That's pretty funny. Um, yeah, virtual knit night. Definitely. I think we'll look into some options for virtual knit night maybe next week. That would be really fun. We'll all have to pour our own beverages since we won't be at a venue or at the store. Oh, but we could still do drawings. I could still do a prize giveaway for everybody who was there. So yeah, cool. I'll put some more thought into that. So all right. Well, this is just a short chat today, and that's probably good. We've been chatting every other day here. So we'll take a break for the weekend, and we'll schedule one again for Monday. And if you're in knit camp, be sure to tune in at 5 tonight for Marie and I. And if that goes well, then we'll see if we can host her here in one of our lunch chats sometime in the next couple of weeks. So y'all are always on my mind. Just know I appreciate you. I'm thinking about you all the time. I know that all my staff is thinking about you all the time, and we're all missing our interactions with you. So hang in there, be well, keep knitting or crocheting, and have an amazing weekend. Bye.